What if I told you that everything you've ever feared, every emotion that's ever shattered your peace, and every setback you've ever endured could be conquered, not by external change, but by mastering the storm within? Imagine a version of yourself immune to insults, unfazed by chaos, and unshaken by loss. A self so strong that even the harshest trials bow before your resolve. Mentally strong people are not mythical beings. They are forged through discipline, reflection, and ancient wisdom. They walk among us, but their inner worlds are fortresses. Today, I'll reveal the 5 habits they live by, habits grounded in the timeless philosophy of Stoicism. Stay with me until the end, because the last habit will challenge everything you think you know about strength. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. This is where you'll discover not just Stoic wisdom, but the tools to become an unshakable force in your own life. And don't miss our next video, where we'll uncover the darkest truths about human nature and how to rise above them. Now let's dive deep into the mind of the mentally strong. They rule their emotions, not the other way around. Emotions are powerful. They can inspire greatness, fuel love, and create connections that transcend time, but they can also destroy. Anger can lead to regret, fear can cripple progress, and envy can corrode the soul. The mentally strong understand this duality and choose to master their emotions rather than be mastered by them. This isn't a trait they're born with, it's a skill they cultivate daily, rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Picture this. You're driving home after a long, exhausting day. Someone cuts you off, and rage surges through your veins like wildfire. Your pulse quickens, your grip on the wheel tightens, and in that moment, you're no longer in control. The mentally weak allow this storm to dictate their actions, honking, yelling, letting their anger linger long after the incident has passed. But the mentally strong, they pause, they breathe. They remind themselves that this moment is insignificant in the grand scheme of their life. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius reminds us. Mentally strong individuals view emotions not as uncontrollable forces, but as choices. They know that the external world cannot disturb their peace unless they allow it to. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wrote, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This simple yet profound truth is their compass. Instead of reacting impulsively to life's provocations, they choose their response. Anger becomes an opportunity for patience. Fear becomes a call to courage. Jealousy becomes a reminder to focus inward. They turn what most people see as weaknesses into sources of strength. The power of pause is one of their greatest tools. Imagine this. A heated argument erupts, emotions flare, and hurtful words are exchanged. For most, the instinct is to retaliate, to defend, to win. But the mentally strong resist this urge. They've trained themselves to pause before reacting, to give their rational mind a chance to regain control. This moment of stillness is where their strength lies. It's where they ask themselves, what truly matters here? What response aligns with my values? This deliberate approach not only diffuses tension, but also ensures that they remain true to themselves. But ruling emotions isn't just about external interactions. It's about mastering the battles within. Everyone has an inner critic, a voice that amplifies doubts and fears. The mentally strong confront this voice head-on. When it whispers, "You're not good enough," they counter with self-compassion and reflection. They ask themselves, is this thought serving me, or is it holding me back? They choose thoughts that empower them and reject those that diminish their worth. This practice transforms their inner dialogue into a source of motivation rather than self-destruction. Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing feelings. It's about understanding them, learning from them, and channeling them constructively. This mastery grants freedom. No insult can shake their confidence, no loss can break their spirit, and no provocation can steal their peace. They walk through life as if they are untouchable, not because the world spares them from pain, but because they've learned to rise above it. Man conquers the world by conquering himself, said Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism. In ruling their emotions, the mentally strong become architects of their own lives. They transform chaos into clarity and impulse into intention. But this is only the beginning. True strength requires more than mastering emotions. It demands unshakable focus, which we'll uncover in the next chapter. If this insight resonates with you, don't leave just yet. Click subscribe to join a growing community of like-minded individuals striving for greatness. And stay tuned for the next chapter, where we'll reveal how focus can turn dreams into reality. This is your moment. Are you ready to claim it? They embrace discomfort to build strength. Discomfort is the forge in which greatness is made. While most people shy away from challenges and seek comfort in the familiar, the mentally strong understand that growth lies beyond the boundaries of ease. They walk willingly into the fire of discomfort, knowing it's the only way to temper their willpower and resilience. Imagine a life of endless comfort. No risks, no struggles, no challenges. It may seem appealing, but this illusion of ease is a trap. Comfort dulls the spirit and keeps us stagnant. The mentally strong reject this seduction. They understand that the easy path often leads to mediocrity. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid, Epictetus teaches. This wisdom compels them to step out of their comfort zones, even when fear threatens to hold them back. Adversity is a harsh teacher, but its lessons are invaluable. Consider the story of Marcus Aurelius, who ruled Rome during one of its most turbulent periods. Plagues, wars, and betrayal defined his reign, yet he rose above these trials to embody Stoic virtue. He believed that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. To the mentally strong, obstacles are not setbacks. They are stepping stones to greatness. Discomfort isn't limited to external challenges. It includes the discipline required to confront inner weaknesses. The mentally strong practice self-denial to build their resilience. Whether it's waking up before dawn to pursue their goals, enduring the pain of physical training, or refraining from indulgences that weaken their resolve, they embrace discomfort as a means of sharpening their character. This discipline becomes their armor, protecting them from life's unpredictability. Fear is a universal human experience, but the mentally strong refuse to let it dictate their choices. Instead of avoiding what scares them, they confront their fears head-on. This courage isn't about being fearless, it's about acting despite fear. They remind themselves, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think, as Marcus Aurelius advised. This perspective transforms fear into a motivator, pushing them toward action rather than retreat. By willingly embracing discomfort, the mentally strong liberate themselves from the chains of fear and weakness. They become unstoppable forces, moving through life with purpose and determination. They know that while the path of growth is steep and treacherous, it leads to heights others can only dream of. This courage and resilience inspire those around them, making them natural leaders in their communities. Stay with us as we delve deeper into the habits of mental fortitude. The next chapter will reveal a practice that defines every mentally strong individual: the art of focus. Don't miss it. Hit subscribe and be part of our journey to uncover life's greatest truths. They master the art of focus. Focus is the rarest and most valuable skill in an age of endless distractions. The mentally strong have mastered this art, wielding their attention like a weapon to cut through the noise and achieve their goals. Have you ever started a task with good intentions, only to find yourself scrolling through your phone minutes later? This is the plight of the scattered mind, drifting aimlessly from one distraction to another. The mentally strong understand that scattered attention leads to scattered results. They know that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, and they guard their focus with unwavering discipline. Focus begins with the ability to say no. The mentally strong refuse to be pulled in 1,000 directions by other people's demands or fleeting desires. They prioritize what truly matters, even if it means disappointing others. This selective focus allows them to channel their energy into pursuits that align with their values and aspirations. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what's meaningful. To cultivate focus, the mentally strong create environments that minimize distractions. Whether it's setting boundaries during work hours, disconnecting from social media, or dedicating time to deep reflection, they design their lives to protect their attention. This fortress of solitude becomes their sanctuary, enabling them to think deeply and act decisively. When the mentally strong immerse themselves in a task, they enter a state of flow, a condition where time seems to dissolve and their full potential is unlocked. This state is not accidental, it's the result of deliberate practice and unwavering focus. By eliminating distractions and committing fully to the moment, they achieve levels of productivity and creativity that seem almost superhuman. Ultimately, mastering focus is about living with intentionality. The mentally strong don't let life happen to them. They take charge of their days and direct their energy toward their goals. This habit sets them apart, enabling them to accomplish what others deem impossible. The art of focus is a game changer, but there's more to uncover. In the next chapter, we'll explore how mentally strong people build unshakable self-confidence. Make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss it. They build unshakable self-confidence. Self-confidence is not arrogance. It's not about believing you're better than others. It's about knowing your worth and standing firm in your values. Mentally strong people exude a quiet, unshakable self-confidence that doesn't falter in the face of criticism, failure, or uncertainty. This confidence isn't innate. It's cultivated through deliberate actions and a stoic mindset. At its core, confidence is built on trust in oneself. Imagine standing on a cliff, about to leap into unknown waters. Most people hesitate, paralyzed by doubt, but the mentally strong leap with conviction, not because they're fearless, but because they trust their preparation, skills, and resilience. This trust is earned through consistent effort. They show up for themselves every day, honoring their commitments and pushing through challenges. As Seneca observed, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Confidence isn't a gift, it's a reward for the work they've put in. Contrary to popular belief, self-confidence doesn't mean being flawless. The mentally strong recognize their imperfections and own their mistakes without hesitation. When they fail, they don't crumble, they reflect, learn, and grow. This ability to face failure head-on sets them apart. If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. And it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now, Marcus Aurelius reminds us. They see failure not as a reflection of their worth, but as a stepping stone toward their goals. One of the greatest threats to confidence is the fear of judgment. The mentally strong rise above this fear by understanding a simple truth. Opinions are fleeting and often uninformed. They live by Epictetus's wisdom. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. They don't waste energy trying to please everyone. Instead, they focus on living authentically and aligning their actions with their principles. This freedom from external validation strengthens their confidence and allows them to walk through life with unshakable resolve. Confidence thrives in discipline. The mentally strong adhere to routines and practices that reinforce their sense of control. Whether it's daily journaling, rigorous exercise, or moments of quiet reflection, these habits ground them. They understand that discipline isn't restrictive, it's liberating. It empowers them to face challenges with a calm and focused mind, knowing they've prepared for whatever comes their way. This disciplined approach makes them feel invincible in the face of adversity. They control their perspective. Perspective is everything. Two people can experience the same event. One sees an opportunity while the other sees a curse. The mentally strong have mastered the ability to control their perspective, turning even the darkest moments into sources of strength and wisdom. When life throws challenges their way, mentally strong people don't spiral into despair. Instead, they shift their focus to what they can be grateful for. Imagine losing a job, an experience that would devastate most. The mentally strong see it as a chance to reinvent themselves, to pursue passions they may have neglected. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life, Seneca advises. This ability to find gratitude, even in adversity, transforms hardships into opportunities for growth. The mentally strong are master storytellers, not in the sense of deceiving others, but in how they frame their own lives. When faced with setbacks, they don't see themselves as victims. Instead, they view challenges as chapters in their story of triumph. Every struggle becomes a plot twist, every failure a lesson, and every success a milestone. This narrative approach empowers them to take ownership of their lives. Living in the present moment is a cornerstone of their perspective. They don't dwell on past mistakes or worry endlessly about the future. Instead, they focus on what they can control right now. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think, Marcus Aurelius wrote. This focus on the present frees them from regret and anxiety, allowing them to approach life with clarity and purpose. Even in the face of profound suffering, the mentally strong find meaning. They understand that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. By controlling their perspective, they turn suffering into a source of strength. They remind themselves that every challenge is temporary and that enduring it will lead to growth. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it, Seneca observed. This belief sustains them during life's darkest hours. Ultimately, controlling perspective isn't just about personal growth. It's about the legacy they leave behind. The mentally strong understand that their attitude toward life inspires those around them. They become beacons of hope, showing others that even in the face of adversity, there is always a way forward. This impact extends far beyond their own lives, creating ripples of resilience and strength in their communities. Perspective is the key to unlocking a life of purpose and fulfillment. As we conclude this journey, ask yourself, how will you choose to see the world? Will you let life happen to you, or will you take control of your narrative? This is just the beginning of our exploration into the habits of mentally strong people. Subscribe now and join us as we dive deeper into the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and uncover the secrets to living a life of strength and purpose. The next chapter will challenge everything you think you know about resilience. Are you ready?